Beneath the surface lies a prehistoric predator with bone-crushing jaws and unmatched patience. In the blink of an eye, it strikes with brutal force, capable of dragging down animals 10 times its size. This is nature's perfect ambush hunter. This is the crocodile. At a sun-scorched African watering hole, a Nile crocodile lies in wait, cloaked in mud and shadows, its eyes barely above the surface. As a thirsty herd of buffalo approaches, the ancient predator prepares to strike. One buffalo lowers its head to drink, when suddenly a crocodile erupts from the water, clamping down on its mouth with crushing force. Chaos erupts as the buffalo thrashes, dragging the crocodile onto land in a desperate struggle. But when the herd rallies and surrounds the predator, it retreats into the murky depths, wounded but not defeated. In a brutal test of endurance and willpower, a lone wildebeest fights for its life in the grip of a relentless crocodile. The predator's jaws lock around its hind leg, anchoring it in a muddy tug of war. Each time the wildebeest inches forward, the crocodile thrashes, using its tail and the current to drag it back. Bloodied and exhausted, the wildebeest clings to survival, its front legs scraping for traction, its body trembling. Then comes a vicious death roll, twisting the prey in a violent spin. But in a final act of defiance, the wildebeest tears free and stumbles onto land, battered but alive. Chaos reigns as hundreds of wildebeest plunge into a crocodile-infested river, driven by instinct and desperation. The water churns with bodies, some swimming, others sinking, when a massive crocodile explodes from below, clamping onto a wildebeest's head in a furious struggle. Another predator strikes amid the chaos, seizing its target in a violent splash. Yet many push through, emerging breathless on the far bank. Still, the danger lingers. A crocodile floats silently, eyes above the surface. It lunges at a trailing wildebeest, locking onto its hindquarters and pulling it into deeper water. The scene fades on a chilling image. A lone wildebeest, wounded and struggling, barely staying afloat in blood-streaked currents. The river becomes a gauntlet of death as zebras embark on a perilous crossing through crocodile-infested waters. One after another, the striped migrants plunge into the current, unaware of the silent predators waiting beneath the surface. Chaos erupts as massive crocodiles strike with savage force, jaws snapping shut, water churning red with blood. Desperate struggles unfold in real time, with powerful death rolls subduing even the strongest adults. A foal is pulled under, its cries lost in the current. Yet despite the carnage, the herd pushes on. This harrowing footage lays bare the brutal reality of survival, where courage clashes with carnage and nature shows no mercy. A tense standoff unfolds at a dusty watering hole as a group of zebras cautiously edges toward the water, their instincts on high alert. Suddenly, a crocodile bursts from the shallows, jaws snapping inches from its target, sending the herd fleeing in a cloud of panic and dust. But thirst drives them back, and the zebras regroup, approaching a different section of the bank with wary determination. Without warning, another crocodile launches from the depths, seizing a zebra and dragging it into a violent thrashing struggle. The water erupts with force as the zebra fights back, refusing to surrender. Waves crash and hooves flail as predator and prey battle for survival. Against the odds, the zebra tears free and escapes to the far bank, bloodied, breathless, but alive. In the blistering heat of the savannah, an unsuspecting impala edges toward a murky water hole, lured by thirst. As it lowers its head to drink, the still water explodes. An enormous crocodile erupts from the mud like a living trap. Its powerful jaws clamp down on the impala's head in a sudden, brutal strike. Panic sets in as the impala thrashes wildly, hooves flailing, trying desperately to escape. But the crocodile's grip is relentless, dragging its prey deeper into the water with terrifying force. Within seconds, the struggle fades beneath the surface, swallowed by the silence of the swamp. A fierce battle unfolds in the depths of a muddy river as an impala fights for its life, locked in the jaws of a ruthless crocodile. With its head barely above water, the impala kicks and writhes in desperation, only to be yanked beneath the surface. It resurfaces momentarily, gasping and flailing, but the predator tightens its grip, dragging the helpless prey deeper into the current. The water churns with chaos, tension hanging thick in the air. Suddenly, a hippo's head emerges nearby, watching, indifferent, before vanishing again into the murky depths. Nature offers no mercy here, only the raw, unforgiving fight for survival. Amid the dry, windswept terrain near a shrinking waterhole, a towering giraffe is locked in a desperate fight for survival, and its massive frame thrashes in the tall grass, concealing a crocodile's crushing grip on one of its legs. The giraffe crashes to the ground, exposing the relentless predator latched on with terrifying force. Each attempt to stand ends in collapse, the crocodile dragging it back with unwavering power. The giant's energy begins to fade, its movement slow, its will weakening. Eventually, the giraffe lies still, completely drained, as the crocodile maintains its merciless hold. A harrowing clash unfolds as a giraffe fights for its life, trapped in the powerful jaws of a crocodile in deep water. The giraffe's towering neck stretches upward, its head held desperately above the surface, while the predator drags it down with relentless force. Water churns violently as the giraffe thrashes, struggling against the inevitable. Despite its sheer size and determination, the crocodile's grip proves too powerful. Slowly, the giraffe is pulled beneath the surface, its final resistance swallowed by the depths. The chaos fades, leaving behind only silent ripples, a haunting reminder of the brutal fight that just took place. A deceptively calm, muddy clearing becomes the stage for a sudden explosion of violence. A warthog lies resting, unaware of the crocodile silently gliding toward it beneath the surface. Without warning, the predator erupts from the water, launching a surprise attack that sends mud flying in every direction. The warthog thrashes and kicks in a desperate fight for survival, narrowly slipping free from the reptile's crushing jaws. It escapes in a frantic sprint, leaving behind only chaos and churned earth. The crocodile, unfazed by failure, sinks back into the mud, ever patient, ever hungry. In the thick, muddy swamps, tension hangs heavy as an alligator lies still, half submerged, with only its eyes and snout visible. A herd of wild pigs wanders in, unaware they've entered a kill zone. The alligator inches forward, silent beneath the murky water. Then, in a sudden explosion of force, it strikes, jaws clamping down on an unsuspecting pig. The swamp erupts in panic, but the pig is quickly caught in a brutal death roll. Within moments, it's dragged under. The water falls quiet once more, concealing the deadly precision of a flawless ambush. Beneath the calm surface of the Mara River, a deadly ambush unfolds. With water levels low, a herd of 22 gazelles begins to cross, led by an inexperienced female. But hidden in the shadows, dozens of crocodiles wait. As the first hooves touch water, the predators strike in a coordinated frenzy. Panic erupts, and gazelles are dragged under in a blur of jaws and limbs. Over half the herd is lost, captured in chilling underwater footage that reveals the precision of these silent killers. Amid the rippling shallows of a river crossing, a brutal clash unfolds between desperate gazelles and lurking crocodiles. The predators strike fast. Within seconds, 5 gazelles fall to sudden ambushes. Though the water is shallow, it offers just enough cover for deadly attacks. But as panic spreads, the gazelles adapt. Those reaching firm ground use bursts of speed to dodge the waiting jaws. One by one, more escape, slipping through with precise, agile moves. By the end, the gazelles begin to outmaneuver their ancient foes in this deadly test of survival. A tranquil landscape of trees and a rocky, dry riverbed sets the stage for a sudden burst of violence. A crocodile lies perfectly still among the stones, invisible until it explodes into action. In a flash, it seizes a nearby monkey, its powerful jaws clamping down in a brutal display. The monkey thrashes helplessly as it's dragged toward the water, the struggle echoing through the silent terrain. Nearby, a group of deer stands frozen, watching in helpless silence. Moments later, the crocodile disappears into the depths, its victim gone, the landscape eerily still once more. In the wild, survival belongs to the ruthless. The crocodile, with its ancient instincts and unmatched power, reminds us that even the calmest waters can conceal the deadliest threats. These encounters aren't just moments of danger, they're windows into nature's raw, untamed reality. Until the next strike, stay alert and respect the wild.
Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please, turn on your notifications bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.